What's up, guys? David Moss Jr. here in beautiful, sunny Miami, Florida, here with the Polar Monkeys team to introduce you to the beautiful brand new Star Treatment 2.0. Now, this is upping the barrel game. I'm real excited to jump in this, do a full review, and take a deeper dive into the Star Treatment 2.0. Let's go and jump right in. So before we get deeper into the details, let's talk about a couple of the facts. This is made from Canadian red cedar, but it also comes in gray. Now, you get a wooden Canadian red cedar lid with this model, but you also get a leather lid with the gray one as well. You have two separate chiller options. You have the 0.6 horsepower or the 0.8 Pro, which also comes with the heating component as well. We're going to dive deeper into those details in a second. I just wanted to point out some of the facts before we jump into this. You're looking at the front side, but on the back side over here is going to be the two different ports for you to install your chiller. Another really cool side note is if you would like to just use this with ice, you can. You're going to have caps on there, and you can just fill this tub up with ice. One of the things I really like about the barrel compared to the tubs is that you're in more of an active squatted position when you're inside this. So it's going to make for a whole different experience of a cold plunge if you've ever done one inside of a tub. Another thing to take note of, as you're seeing over here, is you have these beautiful steps which are going to make it easier for you to get up and into the barrel. Now, the next thing I like to do is I like to measure these, because sometimes we look at the footprint of these cold plunges and we don't really know how much room we're going to need. That's one of the other benefits to the vertical styled barrel plunge, is that it takes up a much smaller footprint. And speaking of footprint, let's go ahead and do some measurements. This is going to be the external dimensions, and then we're going to talk about the internal dimensions. So externally, you're looking just under 34 inches, 33.5 inches all the way around. It is a perfect circle. Now on the back side here, where you're going to have your ports, you're going to want to leave a little bit of room. I'd say probably leave between 5 and 6 inches for your tubes to connect to your chiller, and you can run that chiller wherever you would like. The steps themselves stick out about 19 to 20 inches from the tub, but they are mobile. You can move them to any side that you would like, which is really cool. Now, one of the things I also really love is that the entire inside is stainless steel, which is going to give it a slight feel of insulation, and it's going to allow for the chiller to not have to work as hard to keep your water nice and cool. At first glance, you might be wondering, why would someone want a barrel style like this? Well, there's a couple of reasons. One, it takes up a smaller footprint, and I'm going to get into the exact measurements here in a second. But two, it actually creates an entirely different experience when you're plunging in the first place. When you're getting down into a tub, it's more of a relaxed feeling and a relaxed position. But when you're getting into one of these barrels, you're in an active position, and it's a whole different experience of cold plunging, which is really, really cool. Now, one of the things I really like about this as well, once again, is the footprint. It takes up way less space than the tubs do. And we're going to go ahead and do some measurements with the lid on. So this thing's a circle. It's a full circle, and the outside measurements are 33.5 inches all the way around. Now, you do have steps over here on the side to get in and out much easier. You can remove these steps, but they only take up about 20 additional inches off the side here. We do a little bit of measurements here. Actually, less than 20 inches off the side here. So you can use these steps, or you can move them out of the way if you want to. And then on the back side here, where your ports are to connect your chiller, you're going to want to leave about a good 5 to 6 inches. But because it's round, it's very easy to put it into a corner or leave it out in a beautiful space like this. And this right here is a beautiful staple piece, if you ask me. Now let's go ahead and take the rest of the measurements. We're going to take the lid off, set it over here. So once again, with the lid off, it's exactly 33.5 inches. And from the ground all the way to the top is 38 inches. So it's going to make for quite a great experience. You're going to be able to get down into a nice active position, but also take up a lot less of a footprint. As far as gallons, this is going to hold about 110 gallons of water. And with that chiller moving and keeping that water constantly circulating, it's going to keep this water nice and clean and keep it nice and cold. I don't know about you, but I'm a visual guy. So I'm 6'1" and about 200 pounds. And I'm going to get into the Star Treatment 2.0 so you can see visually about how much room I'm going to have. So climbing up the steps, kind of using your arms to get down in here, swinging your legs over. So now I'm currently standing all the way at the bottom. What I do like about this is that the entire inside is stainless steel, and it kind of gives you that really high class feeling when you're in this. Oh man, this one's cold. So let's go ahead and get down in this thing. Oh yeah, plenty of room. One of the things I really like about the barrel itself is that it's fully round, so you can get really comfortable. You can sit in there with your legs crossed. You can get down into a squatted position. But my arms aren't even really touching the sidewalls here, and I have plenty of room in this freezing cold plunge. Yeah, we got this one down at 37 degrees currently, so if I start to shiver, I am sorry about that, but I'm gonna try to answer a few questions for you. One, I like that there is the wood around the side here so that when you are getting down low and you wanna get really, really comfortable, you can actually just lay your head back onto the wood, and it makes for a very, very comfortable neck rest, which is really, really nice. It's also very easy to get fully underwater. I'm gonna go and show you how I do that. Woo! This is a cold one. This is a really cold one, but guess what? This is a very comfortable plunge. Polar Monkeys, once again, I really, really like the Star Treatment 2.0. Great job with this one. So now I can say, after jumping in this, measuring it, and really taking a closer look, this Star Treatment 2.0 is a major upgrade, and one I would say is really, really cool. Who is this for though? So if you're somebody with a smaller footprint, maybe you have a smaller space that you want to start getting cold, but you want something that looks really, really nice, this would be an absolute great option for you to consider. Now, it does come in two separate colors, like we mentioned at the beginning. The gray, which starts at $49.90. This is a Canadian red cedar, and this is a little bit of an upgrade. You can go ahead and check the link down in the description below, which will give you all the pricing and all the options so you can get more detailed on that. Polar Monkeys has a great lineup of different cold plunges and different styles for you to consider, so make sure you check those out down in the description below. I appreciate you guys for watching. If there's any questions you have that I did not answer, please just pop them down in the comments below. I will answer all of your questions. I appreciate you for watching. Have a great day. I'll see you on the next video, and God bless.